Hello, welcome to Job Application Mastery, where I'll be showing you some mistakes that you need to avoid if you really want to secure your next interview. Now, have you applied for up to 5 jobs? You've done applications and none of them have sent you an interview invite. Or maybe you've not even started making applications, but you intend to start making applications now and you want to stand a good chance at getting an interview invite. This video is for you, so stay with me. Now, we understand how competitive the job market is. As a matter of fact, Rome in November 2020 put up a publication on the internet where it said that an average job listed in Africa attracts over 2,400 applicants, which is absolutely true. And I'll say that in as much as this is an average, you may see numbers higher or lower than this, depending on you know, how much the job opening is publicized. When a lot of people get to see a job opening, it means a lot more people would apply. Now, typically for jobs with lower remuneration, you may see that there aren't as much applicants as jobs that have bigger benefits that they're offering, right? So, but the important thing is, no matter how little, I'm telling you from experience, because over the course of my career, I've been able to, be a part of a team at one point or the other, that had to look at applicants, interview applicants, look at applications, get people to fill certain roles. And I'm telling you that for even the smallest, say the jobs that have the least applicants, you will still see up to 100, 200, 300, 400 people applying for one job role. That tells you how competitive this is, right? It tells you how competitive it is. So it's important that you learn to place yourself strategically to attract your potential employer, to make him or her want to give you a chance to be interviewed, because before you are called for an interview, you must have something that the employer is seeing on your application, which is why this video is for you, right? So stay with me. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you 7 mistakes that you need to avoid. Yes, trust me, if you avoid, by the time I run through these mistakes, you may find one or two that you're currently making. Now let's jump right into it. Poor application etiquette. The truth is, when you see a job opening, and I've seen this a number of times, you see a job opening saying, okay, we are looking for an admin officer with XYZ number of experience. And if you're interested in this, send your CV to XYZ email address. Okay? Sometimes they specify the deadline, they put it there. Now you will see some applicants go ahead to apply. They just open their email. In the body of the email, where they're supposed to sell themselves, introduce themselves, speak a little about what they're applying for before attaching their CVs, they won't do that. They will just open their email, compose, and just attach the CV and send. No greeting, no hello, no salutation, nothing. No body of the email, no subject, right? Sometimes you can even find them have a subject. Now they have told you use the subject, probably admin officer 002, and then you will just go there and type in admin as your subject. It means you're not following instruction. The recruiter may see your CV, but they will never call you for interview, because it already tells the recruiter that you are a person that does not follow instructions or does not read to comprehend, right? To understand. Because when you see an opening, you're supposed to read to comprehend, listen, watch out for what they are requesting for. The instructions are usually there. Follow it. Some may even say for some other jobs where there are some small businesses, they don't even accept CVs via email. They'll tell you, send it to my WhatsApp, and then you just go to the WhatsApp and you just forward your CV. No greeting, nothing. Hello, good morning, I saw your advert for the position of this, I'm applying for this, please find my CV attached. That would have been a more professional way to send in that application, but some people will just forward their CVs. This is absolutely wrong, and this may be why you are not getting invited for an interview, right? So, not using the right subject of the email, absent or poor body of email, grammatical blunders, that's another thing. So, you've written in your email, oh, I'm applying for this job role, I have experience in this YZ. Please see my CV attached to find details. I'm open to having a physical interview with you at your convenience. You've written all that, but then maybe you didn't put it the way I've just said it. Maybe you committed a lot of blunders, and the person is wondering, how is this person going to communicate in the workplace? So you need to cross check what you have written, ensure that you are communicating appropriately. If possible, check what you have written, copy it, paste it on Grammarly to see if what you have written is grammatically correct. Is very important. Now, another poor etiquette that I've noticed is some people will just go ahead and forward their CVs. So maybe they've applied to company A for admin officer job role, and they see the advert, or they see company B advertised for the same role. They just go to that email that they sent earlier and just click on the forward button. That is absolutely wrong. That is very poor etiquette. So what you should do instead is to open a brand new email, type out your application, maybe a short note in the body of the email, put the right subject that the recruiter has told you to put. Then you attach your CV and send. Sometimes people also forget to attach their CVs. So it's very important. So if the recruiter has said, attach your CV, attach your portfolio, attach this, attach that, please attach everything to that email. Cross check before you hit the send button. This is very important. Now, the second one is not attaching a CV at all. I already mentioned that under the first one. Always remember to attach a CV. It's very, very important. I've seen a lot of people, they omit this part, right? The third one is error in your contact details. Oh my goodness. This one, I've seen it uncountable times. So on your CV, you have your phone number, but a digit is missing. Or instead of writing 345, you write 435. And then the recruiter is trying to reach you and is unable to because the contact detail in your CV is incorrect. Sometimes it's even the email. You send out interview invites to the email addresses that you can find on the CV, and it bounces back and says, this email does not exist. And that is because you made a mistake in your contact details. So it's important, as I'm speaking to you now, look at your CV and find out what you are doing wrong. Okay? The next one is applying for jobs that you clearly don't qualify for. So if you have applied, that's why I used that. I said in the beginning of this class that if you have applied to up to 5 jobs, I'm not even saying 10, to be honest, if you are very intentional about your applications and you've applied to up to 5 jobs, there is 99% chance that you will get an interview invite. However, if you have not done a good job with the application that you have put together, you will not get an invite. Yes, it's not just about sending out 20 CVs. You need to identify the jobs that you qualify for and apply. Applying to 100 jobs will not guarantee you any job. It is applying for that job that you know that you qualify for. You take your time to craft your CV, craft your cover letter where a cover letter is needed, craft the body of your email, you know, do everything the way you're supposed to do it. I tell you, if you get it right, I am 99% sure that at least one person will call you for an interview. One organization will call you for an interview out of every 5 applications. And that's the truth, right? So ensure, don't just do try your luck. I've seen people today, we are recruiting for a particular role, they send an application for that role. We are recruiting for a different role, they send an application. Whether they are skilled for that role or not, they know they are not skilled for it. Some jobs are for a certain location, and you know you're not in that location. Your CV says you're not in that location. You are not in that location, and you apply for it. You know that's a 50-50 chance. The employer can choose to call you and may not choose to call you, depending. Okay? Depending. So, because sometimes some jobs need people that reside in that particular location, in as much as you are open to relocate, right? It's important that you state the correct location where you are, and maybe add that you're open to relocating, so that if the employer wants to consider you, he or she will consider you. Okay, so it's important that you look at the jobs you're applying for, look at the skill sets required, look at all the requirements, and see the ones you are better qualified for. Sometimes you may not check all the, let's say the requirements are 10, you may not check all the 10 boxes, but you check up to 7. Of course you should apply for that job, you mustn't check all 10, but if you check 7, you apply for it. But something that is totally out of your forte, for example, your experience is in HR, and you see a job role that is saying, I need an what's it called, a front end developer. You don't have any skill as a front end developer. Why would you apply for it? I'm just using that as an example. So try to always apply for jobs that you qualify for, right? The fifth one, applying for multiple roles in the same organization. This happens a lot of the time, and you think the HR officer or whoever is reviewing the CVs is not seeing it. They many times this there are systems put in place to check these things, to identify these things, right? So when you're applying for, they call for HR, you apply, they call for admin officer, you apply, they call for front desk representative, you apply, they call for account officer, you apply for the same company, you're applying for 4 different roles. Because you see some companies that will publish all their job openings, and you as an applicant, because you're so desperate, you think by the time you apply to different roles, they will definitely call you for one. It doesn't work like that. It tells the recruiter that you are confused and you don't know your strong points, right? So it's important that you look at the role that best suits your skill sets and your career goals, and you tailor your application and apply for that role. Another error is locking your CVs with password. Honestly, most times I ponder and I wonder, why do people lock their CVs? When I say lock, you see that they've applied for a job, but you can't access the CVs. The CV is saying insert password because they've passworded the CV. This is not a bank statement. This is your CV that you're using to sell yourself to potential employers, to have you to get you on board, to be on their team, and you're passwording it. Why on earth? Whoever advised you to password your CV did not advise you correctly. Please open up your CV, especially if, I mean, you're just starting off your career. Why would you password your CV, for crying out loud? So don't password your CV. If your CV is passworded, please remove that password immediately, so that, because as an employer, if I get your CV is passworded, I will just jump to the next person. I mean, I have 100 CVs to go through. I have 200 applications to go through. I have 1,000 applications to go through. Why would I? And sometimes these things are not even done manually. They're automated systems that pull the information from your CV, populate it somewhere, and then sieve out those that are most qualified. So when your CV is passworded, how is that information supposed to be assessed? So please remove passwords from your CV. This may be why you have not gotten a call for interview yet. Lastly, poorly written CV. I would have loved to share some CVs here, but I would just want to protect the privacy of a lot of applicants. The truth is, some CVs are horrible, where there's no information about your educational background. Some people will just put, "Oh, I went to so school," no date. What course did you read? What year did you finish? Is not there. Your professional background, where have you worked? What job role did you occupy? What were your responsibilities? Those things are not there. You as an applicant, what are your career objectives? What are the skills you have? Those information are not on your CV. How can we contact you? Your address, even if you don't put your precise address, at least the state where you stay and the country is important. Your contact details, your email address, your phone number. Some CVs are super, super horrible. I'll share an example of what your CV should look like with you now. So look at this CV. This is just a template that I put together and I'll share it with you. The link to download this will be in the description box of this video. So you just go there and download it, right? Download it for free and then edit it. Of course, look at this CV. This person is a graphic designer and you can see the name boldly written there, right? His interest written, graphic designer, and you can see his address, you can see the phone number, and you can see the email address. Those three informations are very, very important. Now, about me. You can see him in a few words explaining what he's all about, what he's able to do, and his level of experience. That's a summary, right? You can see under education, he has mentioned the school he went, what year, what he studied. He also mentioned professional certification that he has. On the right hand side, you can see his job, the job roles he has undertaken in the past. You can see that information there. You can see the reference. You can see, you know, even though having references is not compulsory, but if it's a one page maybe you don't have a lot of experience and you have space on your CV, you can put that in. It's not compulsory. You can, provide references when your potential employer specifically requests for it, right? It's not compulsory that it has to be on your CV, but you can put it on your CV if you want to. Now on the second page I have another template. You can use any of that. Just download it, edit it, change the name, make sure you edit everything, right? Put your own work experience. If you don't have up to two work experiences, just remove the other one and then use just one, right? You can see this one is a different design, but this person is telling us the languages he can speak, his educational background, his expertise, the tools that he can use. If you can use certain tools, QuickBook, what have you, you put it there. If you can use certain CRM tools, you put it there. Your interest. Oh, I enjoy swimming. I enjoy writing. I enjoy, you know, tennis. Put it there, right? And then the third page of this template, you can see that you can use it with any of the two templates above. So if your your experience is a lot and one page CV is not enough for you, the first page is not enough, you can use this third page to customize any other information you want to put there, right? So maybe you want to put a summary or about me or something additional information about yourself. You can just edit it, change the summary to whatever I want to change it to, and write about yourself in there. You can see the employment history here. Maybe the employment history didn't enter the first page. You can use this third page to capture every other information that you want your potential employer to see. It's also important to add trainings and certifications that you have. So if you have certain certifications, probably customer service training, HR, whatever, I teach, whatever training that you have, undertaken and you're certified for, please put it on your CV. Your CV is meant to sell you to the employer. The employer should see on your CV, oh, this person has so and so skills, and thankfully, these are the skills I'm looking for. This person is able to use a computer, can use Excel, can do that, can do this. From your CV, you need to put all that information there so that the employer will have a reason to invite you for an interview. So, like I said, you can download it, this professional CV template that I just showed you, using the link in the description box of this video. Just go ahead and download it. Now, if you want, it's free actually, but if you want more, like you want more professional CV templates, I've also put together different designs, different beautiful CV templates that you want to use, simple to read. I always advise that you don't make your CV too complicated. It doesn't have to be so much. You don't do too many things. The information there should be what is most important. Of course, aesthetic is important in terms of, oh, you shouldn't be using different fonts. You're using Garamond here, you're using Times Roman there. No, it should be uniform, right? Your design, the arrangement should be fine and pleasing to see and easy to understand. So I've put together more professional templates that you can download also in this job success kit, right? So job success kit also has cover letter templates, right? Where you would just copy, edit it, put your own information. There are video lessons as well, guiding you step by step how to use those templates, put it together, right? And then of course, application email template. So you want to submit an application via email. There's a template I've also put together. All you need to do, whether it's for a customer service job, whether it's for a graphic designer job role, any job role at all, you just copy. So we have some general ones, we have some specific ones. Everything is shared in that template. So you copy it, edit it, put your own information, and then just paste when you want to apply for any job, right? So also in this job success kit, I get to show you 16 common interview questions and how you can answer them. Yes, how you should actually answer them. So that, because it doesn't just end at you getting invited for interview, you definitely want to land that job. So that is one of the things that this job success kit will be doing for you. You want to stand a good chance to getting hired, then get the job success kit. The link will also be in the description of this video. Thank you for being a part of this video. Please, if you got value, like this video, share and subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe. Subscription is free. You don't pay for it. So just click on the subscribe button there and you will not miss the next video. So subscribe so that you don't miss the next video, where I'll be giving you much more tips to help you become more attractive to employers and land yourself the job of your dreams. Thank you and see you in the next video.